welcome to another episode of Reconstructing Stupendously. I don't know if you guys have been on YouTube very often, but there's this guy named Scratchpoint, and he makes these videos where he talks about games, which is that's what males do. They just play video games because it's really just for men, and all video games are for men. So naturally he plays it, and of course he uploads his privilege on the internet. But lately he's been doing this series of videos called Deconstructing Stupidity, and it's just the most misogynistic thing I've ever heard in my life. I mean, this guy he makes these passive aggressive videos where he tells people what to do and what to think, and he talks about how we should he pretends that making sure that everybody has the same opportunities, whether that be criticism or praise, is gender equality. And he just goes on and on about this, and he even goes and attacks websites like Tumblr and various news and media outlets and even YouTube. I mean, this guy just has his crosshairs on everything. I mean, he's the equivalent of a first-person shooter where the only type of weapon is a weapon that sprays everywhere. He's a shotgun. He goes everywhere. He attacks anybody. Nobody's off the hook. If you have a disability, he attacks you. Well, for example, he talks about PTSD right here, and he talks about greed. He talks about children who all they did was they wanted something for Christmas and they didn't get what they wanted. And then he goes on this tirade about women who hit bicyclists, they hit teenagers, and they're men anyway, so it doesn't matter. And this woman hits this guy, and he has the audacity to get upset at her for the privilege of those little boys bicycling outside. I mean, women have been so oppressed where the stereotype is that women can't even drive, and he has the nerve to perpetuate this by talking about a woman that hits these young teenagers and sues the family. She should be suing the family. Anybody who does anything wrong to somebody else should be suing that family for everything that happens. I mean, of course, this guy he's constantly targeting Anita Sarkeesian and Kotaku. I mean, this guy has a raging hard on for Gawker Media. I've never met anybody who hates Gawker Media as much as this guy does. And I just can't believe. I mean, I don't get how somebody can make these kinds of videos and just think that it's acceptable. And to make matters worse, I mean, look at he doesn't even let people comment on his videos. Like, let's look at this video on rape privilege. He's talking about the fact that male rape victims have more privilege than women rape victims. So he's automatically establishing his superiority over women. I mean, this guy doesn't respect women at all. And look at these comments that. So he also has this video where he's talking about how our society is normalizing rape, saying that rape is okay, and of course nobody's allowed to say any. They're not allowed to make any criticism. And look, he doesn't even have the he doesn't even have the. I don't want to say testicles because that's too masculine, but he doesn't have the bravado to stick up for his own beliefs. Look, I'm criticizing him right here for his ad hominem and misrepresentation of other people's statements, and he can't even say anything to me about this. I mean, look, this guy's also said that I bet he has a girlfriend, and or no, I actually found out he was with somebody, and she's not even aware of his misogyny. I mean, he's been so oppressive that he even says she quote internalized the misogyny. I mean, you can't do anything with people like this. You just have to launch them on to another planet or something like that, because I mean this is really ridiculous. I mean, I can't even fathom how somebody can exist like this. I mean, this guy does he does not respect women. He doesn't respect minorities of any kind. I mean, he was talking making a video about gaming while black and talking about how how inappropriate it is and how oppressed or how he loves to oppress black gamers. And as a black person who plays video games myself, I mean, this is just the most offensive thing I've ever heard in my life. And I mean, this guy just he's he's totally out of control. And I mean, you if you go to his Twitter, let's go look at his Twitter feed. This guy's attacking celebrities and talking about how they are denying harassment, and he doesn't have any proof of it whatsoever. I mean, and he attacks veterans, and I mean, I don't even know what to say about this guy. I mean, this guy's absolutely deplorable, and I don't even understand how this guy gets views. I mean, I looked at his videos, and he's actually getting views on his videos, and people are actually giving thumbs up to this. I mean, I can't understand that. So anyway, the moral of this story is just stay away from this guy. I mean he really does not respect anybody at all. He does not he criticizes everybody. He doesn't respect anybody as equals. He's always trying to establish his superiority and talking about hypocrisy, and he's clearly not fit for this society. So just stay away from this guy. All right, thanks for listening, everybody, and I hope you enjoyed this rant, and I will I guess I'll just talk to you guys later. Thanks.